everyone, my name is Mars, and this is my first time-lapse video. I know there's a lot wrong with it, but I'm really proud of it, and I like how it came out. So let me know what you think. I hope you like it too. Feel free to give me any pointers, because I know that I have a whole lot to learn in this, so anything that anyone can tell me would be helpful. So anyway, enjoy!
Okay, so I have my pencil drawing that I made. First thing I do is outline the whole thing using a Sakura Micron pen in size 005. I tend to turn the picture as I outline because I just find it a little easier to outline going certain directions, like usually going from bottom to top. Once I've finished outlining everything, I take an eraser and go over the entire picture over the pencil lines, so what I should have afterwards is just the ink outline with no pencil marks left. After I've done that, then I start going back over the whole picture, continue using the same size as I did before, and just going over the lower parts of everything to make it pop a bit more in the lower shaded sections. After I've done that, the first marker that I start coloring with is RV93 or Smoky Purple, and I use this for the deepest shadows first, so I'm going over everything that would be in the darkest shadows. Once I finish with the darkest shadows, I move on to Mint Green or BG13 and go over the next furthest set of shadows. So we're still mostly focusing on the shadows here, but we're going out further to get into the main part of the skin. And as I color in with this green, I try and go outwards from where the smoky purple already is, because that will cause it to blend outward more with the turquoise. After I finish that, now I'm going in with kind of the main color for the skin. It is pale cobalt green or YG41. I'm going over all the shadows again, and I go over the parts that I've already colored multiple times in order to blend it well with this lighter color. With the pale cobalt green, make sure to leave some areas still white, because this is going to be what our lightest color is going to go into. And this represents the places on the skin the light is hitting the most. So these are the highlights. Next I use Anise or YG21, and basically I'm coloring the entire skin with this color, because this is going to be just the lightest color, the color that the highlights are. Go over the shadows again a few times to continue blending it with this color. After I'm done with the anise, I lightly dab in duck blue or BG49, kind of putting in little freckles in different areas. And I did have a little problem with this marker. It seems to be bleeding a little bit, so that's why I got this big weird spot on her back, and I have to use the side of the page to kind of get some of the ink off before I actually touch the picture, because it's starting to bleed a little bit too much. Once I finished the skin, I colored in the ribbons, first with duck blue, then and that was the darkest parts of the ribbons. then with mint green, and then finally with pale cobalt green. Instead of going into the lightest part of the ribbons with the anise, I just left them white to reflect the light, because they're a different color than her skin. And once I was finished with the coloring, I went over the whole thing again using a thicker micron pen in 05, and I just went over the very outside line. And this just makes the whole image pop at the very end. And it also kind of helps me fix any little mistakes that I made where I didn't color inside the lines quite perfectly. It just kind of adds a slightly thicker outline to just cover up those little bitty bleeding out of the line mistakes.